As all know, I'm currently still serving in the Swiss Army. My service is done in May. Therefore, I didn't get to watch that many movies, but I still want to make a short video just about the ones I watched and what I thought of them. One weekend while I was in the military, I just wanted to watch something funny. And so I thought, what better than a Woody Allen movie? I watched Café Society. It's one of his newer movies, and it was good, it was fun and entertaining to watch, but yeah, it's not one of his masterpieces. Then I watched Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman, who plays Winston Churchill during the Second World War. Yeah, I really like this movie. I think, he actually won an Academy Award for his performance, and it shows how Winston Churchill became involved in the war and how he was struggling with his own personal problems and how he overcame those. And because it had to do in there, the main event is the battle at Dunkirk Beach. And therefore, I believe this will be a great double feature with Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. Early on in spring, my parents and I first watched Julie Delpy's 2 Days in Paris, and now we watched the second part called 2 Days in New York. Again, it stars and was directed and written by Julie Delpy. I think she has a real good type of humor. It was very enjoyable to watch. Chris Rock was amazing as always, really funny guy. Personally, I did like 2 Days in Paris better, but still a good, fun movie to watch. A movie I've been wanting to show to my dad was Climax by Gaspar Noé. I talked about that movie whenever I watched it a few months ago, and it's a really special movie. You have these French dancers who, it builds up and then everything just kind of escalates. And very psychedelic because it has to do with psychedelics. I told my dad this. I can't guarantee that you will like it, but you will definitely find it interesting, story-wise, but also how it was filmed and the story that it tells. He definitely thought it was interesting, but we could definitely talk about the movie afterwards, and I really enjoyed that. Then one day, as I was heading home from the military for the weekend, I was deciding what to watch on Netflix, and while I'm in the military, when I'm off, I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to be thinking of the military. Nevertheless, I decided to watch Jarhead, and I had a really great time watching that. With me personally going through the basic training, being a recruit in the army, especially in the first half of the film, there was a lot I could understand what the guys were thinking, what the guys were doing. A lot of funny moments that we could kind of relate to when you're just sitting around and messing around with everyone. My dad and I then watched News of the World. This movie was nominated for a few Oscars, and I think it even won some, also not sure. It's kind of like a Western movie with Tom Hanks in it. It was definitely very entertaining. What stood out to me was the cinematography. It felt a lot like a Terrence Malick movie, who is known for having beautiful shots of nature and its landscape in the film. And those definitely appeared in the movie as well. At the end of April, there were the Academy Awards, and before those I really wanted to watch the movie Another Round. It's an international film from Denmark, starring Mads Mikkelsen, and I heard a lot of great things about it, and I wanted to see for myself because people were saying it most likely will win Best International Feature Film. I really loved the performances in there. I thought the story was written very well, and I also just like the cinematography. It wasn't anything special or new or it was just simple, but just shot very nicely. It was very enjoyable to watch, and I think the film deserved the Academy Award that it won. Then I rewatched the movie Lady Bird by Greta Gerwig. I watched this movie maybe like a year ago or so, and right back then, I really enjoyed it. It's a coming of age story about a teenage girl going through high school, and right back then, I really liked it because me being a young adult now, I still have a lot of memories of what it was like growing up as a teenager, and now even a year later after I watched it, I loved the movie even more. I really thought the dialogue in there was very funny, but also serious at times. Throughout the entire movie, you could feel different emotions. You were happy, you were sad, you were excited and frustrated, all of that. And that gave a really great experience to watch. And the last movie I watched in April was another one that I've seen before, but that was maybe like 3 years ago. I watched Training Day, starring Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington. It's about these two cops. One is a rookie just starting out, and one is the veteran. And they go on this ride along together, and things just are a bit suspicious. Some weird things go down, and the movie has a really great climax. It builds up. The story is written very interesting. Now I would like to recommend y'all two movies of those I watched last month. The first one goes to Another Round, the Danish film that won Best International Film. It talks about the substance of alcohol and the positive and negative effects it can have on people. And I thought that was very interesting to see that play out on the big screen. And also the story I thought was very, very good, and the movie was just aesthetically very nice to watch. And the second recommendation goes to Lady Bird. As mentioned before, it's an amazing coming of age story. I think anyone from all type of ages can relate to this movie somehow, whether you're a teenager or a young adult, as I am or some of my friends are, or even if you're a parent, you can relate to this movie because in there's also a daughter-mother relationship, and that has its good moments and its bad moments. And I think a lot of people can relate to this movie. And plus, it's just so fun to watch. It's very hilarious, some amazing scenes in there. I highly recommend to watch Lady Bird. It's, at least here in Switzerland, it's on Netflix. Give it a watch. So now I soon have to head back to the military for my last 2 weeks. I'm really happy to be done with that. And after that, I can finally watch some more movies and start creating my own movies, and spend my energy and time wisely, and do what you love. I think that's important in life. So let's finish this 2 weeks, and I'll see y'all next month.